Hi guys, it's your girl Amaka Orakwe on another episode of the Strokes Tips. Please remember to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification button below. Today, I'll be talking about issues that relate and affect me and you as individuals and citizens of Nigeria. I know Strokes Tips I always talk about how you should stay safe with the law, how you should do the right things. But today, I'll be pointing out issues on how the law should protect you as its citizens. We've all heard everything that's been buzzing around the whole weekend. I went for the just concluded 13th Annual Business Law Conference at the Eco Hotel and Suites, which was hosted by the section of business lawyers. And then one of the sections, preliminary sections, was about sexual assault at the workplace. And sexual assault just doesn't take place at the workplace, it takes place everywhere. And we continue to condone things like that. The perpetrators are never persecuted, nothing happens. And with this whole issue buzzing at the internet and social media about rape, what the hell? So anyways, today I'll be talking about your rights, under section 357 of the Criminal Code, and also section 282 of the Penal Code, and what the law states on rape or sexual assault victims. And then I'll also be giving you tips on what to do and not to do if you ever find yourself in such a position or situation where you've been sexually assaulted, either at the workplace, either in church, wherever it is. What to do if you've been raped and what not to do if you've been raped, in order to get the right justice system to work in your favor. Women, we have to support one another, and it's my job and my duty and obligation at the Strokes Tips to bring to you and enlighten you on your rights within the law. I feel so frazzled and upset by this whole situation and news going on. Even at the section of business law conference, the lady stated that she went to look for a job, a lawyer. Imagine a lawyer went to look for a job at a law firm, and a senior partner was checking off on her. How do things like this even happen? How do we even allow things like this to happen? And then now with the issue of Biodun, Dakolo and the Kosa pastor, and then we even have females, women, going at her on social media. Man, that's really unthinkable. But anyways, I did say I'm going to read word for word what the law states, on the issue of rape and sexual assault. So, under chapter 30 of the Criminal Code, assault on females, 357 says any female or any person who has unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman or girl without her consent or with her consent, if the consent is obtained by force or by means of threat or intimidation of any kind, or by fear of harm, or by means of false and fraudulent representation as to the nature of the act, or in the case of a married woman, by personating her husband, is guilty of an offense which is called rape. 358 also states that any person who commits the offense of rape is liable to imprisonment for life with or without caning. 359 states any person who attempts to commit the offense of rape is guilty of a felony and is liable to imprisonment for 14 years with or without caning. Any person who unlawfully and indecently assaults a woman or girl is guilty of a misdemeanor and is liable to imprisonment for 2 years. And 361 states that any person who, with intent to marry or carnally know a female of any age, or to cause her to be married or carnally known by any person, takes her away or detains her against her will, is guilty of a felony and is liable to imprisonment for 2 years. And finally, 363 states that in the case of proceedings in respect of an offense under the preceding sections, it is immaterial that the offender believes the girl to be of or above the age of 16 years. It is also immaterial that the girl was taken with her consent or at her own suggestion. So people, ladies, let's begin to know our rights. The African environment, the culture, makes us feel ashamed when certain things happen to us. And no, it shouldn't be so. We need to begin to, speak out. Talk to somebody about it. Tell your own story. If you don't tell your story, the world will tell your story for you. So now I'm going to now educate you on tips on what to do and not to do in order to preserve the evidence against sexual predators that are out there and perpetrators so that they can be brought to justice. So I'm going to be talking about 5 steps you should take if you ever find yourself as a sexual assault victim or a rape victim. 1, try to get yourself to a safe place away from the perpetrator. Try to get yourself very far from that person. Get yourself to a safe place. It's just human for us to want to wash off the filth because, at that point in time, you must feel dirty psychologically. You just want to cleanse yourself. It's not advisable to do that. It's difficult, but please do not wash yourself because you need to preserve the evidence of the semen, of the torn outfit, of whatever. You need to retain and keep yourself in that state of sexual assault or rape, right? Then make sure you speak to somebody immediately about it. Either your brother, sister, whoever. Try to speak up. Talk to somebody immediately about it and quickly go to any police station around you to report the incident. So at the police station, maybe report either you go to the police station first or you go to a hospital first, because even the hospital can secure the evidence. They can take a swab of the semen or the blood or saliva that's found on your body or your garment. So they can preserve that. So you can go to the police station, or you can go to the hospital to make sure that you're fine, and then they preserve the evidence. Then you go to the police station to report the incident. Time is of the essence. The time frame within which you report a sexual assault or a rape is very important to you getting the justice that you deserve. So women, let's stop, hitting one another when issues like this arise, because when we don't support one another and anybody goes through this thing, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to your mother, it can happen to your sister, it can happen to your wife, it can happen to your child. So we need to become more aware, of these things. We need to train and teach our daughters not to feel ashamed when certain situations happen, because it's not within your control. It's not your fault, right? So speak up and let the perpetrators be brought to book. Most especially, seek emotional support. Counseling can go a long way to heal and mend your mind. Emotional support, as in, it's so important. Try to speak to somebody. It can be your pastor, it can be your mother, it can be professional counselor. Please just speak to somebody and seek counseling. It's very important. Till I come your way next time with much more interesting strokes tips. Please remember to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification button below. Stay safe.